In this week's Weather-Wise question, we have a student in eastern Iowa asking a little bit about the behind-the-scenes picture of the weather lab when it's stormy out.
My name is Anaya, and I go to Trailside, and my question is, when you're a meteorologist, when do you go home if there's a bad storm?
That is a great question, Anaya, and there is always a meteorologist here in the weather lab when there is a storm. So that question kind of depends on the storm system. So anytime there's a risk for severe weather, even with those late night storms, there's always at least one meteorologist in the weather lab. In terms of a system that really goes past midnight, very late, the overnight meteorologist will actually stay in the weather lab all the way through 1 a.m. when the morning meteorologist comes with severe weather to cover that. That being said, if a powerful storm starts to develop and even if a tornado warning is issued, that's when more meteorologists will be called in to help out, even if it is that overnight storm. So sometimes meteorologists, when it's stormy outside here in the weather lab, will likely stay well into the night if there are storms. That being said, our information is only good if you guys can receive it. So with these overnight storms, there are some things to think about. Make sure you have multiple ways to get that severe weather information. Make sure you have ways to get it when you're asleep. That means that you need to make sure that you plug in your cell phone with these overnight storms. Make sure notifications are switched on. That way the phone will make noise and wake you up if a storm does develop in your area. Make sure to plug in your weather radios and make sure their batteries are working and that alerts are turned on with these overnight storms as well. So some things for you guys to think about even overnight when we are working hard and watching that radar in the weather lab. Now, speaking of weather radios, the weather radio event this weekend, Saturday, April 12th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. will be at Cross Park Road, Hy-Vee in Coralville. We'll be selling the radios. You'll be able to buy one for about $40 plus tax, and we'll also have those batteries available for you. So thank you, Anaya, so much for this question. If you have a question you'd like to be submitted for First Alert Weather Now, head over to kcrg.com/unews.